Hi everyone, my name is Satyam Raha. So this is day 2 of learning Vastu Shastra using logic and in a scientific manner. So I hope you like the first video of this series where we discussed about a brief introduction of what Vastu Shastra is and how it works, about the various energy fields, and a brief history of the origin of Vastu Shastra. So in this video, we'll deep dive into the various directions um, that we use in Vastu. So that will give you a concrete idea of how to see the energies in various directions. So I'll just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. So in Vastu, we primarily have 16 directions. So the entire space is 360 degree, which is divided into 16 slots. It looks like a pizza where each slice corresponds to a pizza slice. So here you can see, if you divide 360 degree by 16, I think you will get a value which is equal to 22.5 degrees. So each of these slices here is of equal degrees, which is 22.5 degrees. Okay. And remember, while we talk about this direction, this is not what we normally talk about. We normally talk about, so my bed is facing the east direction, my toilet is facing northeast direction. That is not the way how we look at directions in Vastu. Here simply you think about a pizza pie. Okay, so think about your entire house. You stand at the center of the house. Okay, after we discuss all about the basics, I will show you how to find out the center and how to grid your house. Okay, I'll show it practically, but for now just understand that you were standing in the center of your house. Okay, let's say you have found out the center of your house and you were standing right there. So now you see the various 16 slots. Okay, so while you are at the center of the house, so from there you see the slices. Okay, so maybe here, maybe in this particular picture, let's say this is your house. Okay, let's say this is your house. Let's talk about the parliament. Let's say parliament is circular, right? So let's say this is the parliament. Now you are standing at the center of the house. From here, this particular slice, if anything falls in this particular slice, we'll say this is placed in the north direction. Okay, let's say someone is standing over here in the east slot and saying, okay, my toilet is facing in the north direction, so we'll not consider that. Okay, so if your toilet is present in this particular slot, okay, in this particular orange slot which is represented by east direction, so we'll say the toilet is in the east direction. Okay, to be very precise, in the east slot. We'll not say, let's say the toilet is facing in this north direction. Okay, we'll not say the toilet is facing north direction. We'll not say that. What we'll say the toilet is in the east direction. Okay, similarly, let's say this is the northwest. Let's say my bed is in this northwest slot. Okay, let's say my bed is present over here. Now let's say my head, when I sleep in this particular bed, let's say my head is facing in this particular east direction, let's say. So normally people say that my head is facing east direction. Okay, so we'll not talk about that. What we'll say, I'm sleeping in the northwest slot, or I am sleeping in the northwest direction. Okay, if anywhere the bed comes in this slot, we'll say my bed is in northwest direction. Okay, so I hope the concept of direction is clear, right? What we'll say and what we'll not say. So now, sorry. So we see the entire space is divided into 16 directions. Okay, so the primaries are the north, south, west, east. Now in between north and east, we have northeast, northeast. So you can remember it like this. See, northeast, this is southeast, this is northwest, and this is southwest. Now in between north and northeast, we have north of northeast. It's very easy to remember. So this particular slice, this blue slice, is in the north position of northeast, is in the north side of the northeast. So it is north of northeast. Similarly, east of southeast, this is southeast, so east of southeast. Okay, so this is the notation which you need to understand. Okay, we'll use this notation throughout the entire course. Okay, so this is south of southwest. Likewise, so anything has to fall in this particular slot. If something is in this particular slot, we'll not say it is in the north direction, we'll say it is in the north of northeast direction, because all of these 16 directions has its own energy. Okay, in the last video I talked about the energy fields, right? So the energy field in the north direction is of opportunities, new opportunities in your life. Okay, so if something is happening in this northeast position, we'll not consider it for opportunities. Whatever is in this particular purple slot, we will consider it for job opportunities. Okay, makes sense? I hope this is clear. So we simply divide the slots, divide the entire space of 360 degree into 16 slots, and we'll always take it from the center. Okay, we'll not take it otherwise. From the center, you just draw these slots and you will get the various slots. Now, this particular thing is called the Shakti Chakra. Okay, this is like a protector in your geometry box. So this is available in the market. You can get it. It is not very costly. It is very cheap. Okay, you can get it. So this is required in order to draw or grid the entire house. Okay, this is required. Once you have drawn the entire house in a piece of paper, you will have to use this particular thing. Okay, the Shakti Chakra. So here you can get an idea. See, from this particular, this is north. Okay, from 350 degree here up to 10 degrees. So this is north, 0 degree north. Okay, so whenever I talk about north, I actually mean this particular slot and nothing else. This particular slot only from the middle, right? I don't talk about the north direction because this is entirely north direction, right? But when I talk about north, I actually mean this particular slot, which is of 22.5 degrees. Okay, this is what I mean. Next, in the last video, I talked about the various energies, energy fields, right? So you can see this Vudar is the deity for the north direction. Okay, for the entire, this entire space, entire northern region is ruled by Bhudar. See, Brahma is sitting in the center. Okay, these are the energy fields. I talked about the 45 energy fields, right? 45 devatas. So these are the 45 devatas. You can see here. You can count. You will get 45. Okay, so Brahma is sitting in the middle. So the central energy, we say in our culture, we say the middle of the house as the Brahmastan, right? So this is why we call it as Brahmastan, because Lord Brahma is sitting in the middle of the house. There is reason for everything. Okay, whatever we have heard from our childhood, everything has a reason. There is logic to everything. So Brahma is sitting in the middle. Okay, and how is the Vastu Purush sleeping? Its head is in the northeast direction, so its head is here. It's sleeping like this. Okay, upside down, right? So its left hand is in the northwest direction, right hand is the southeast direction, because it's upside down. In the navel part, Brahma is sitting, and the southwest direction, it has the legs, right? So this is how it works. So the energy field here, this entire energy field talks about or governs the opportunities in your life. Okay, this particular deity or this particular energy field, it is actually related to the job opportunities or business opportunities in your life, or any kind of opportunity. So any disbalance in this particular zone, of your house, will affect your opportunities. Let's say you have a PhD degree. Let's say you are postdoc. Let us suppose you have many degrees, but still you are underpaid, or you are not getting opportunities. So there must be some imbalance in this particular area. That is a guarantee. Okay, there must be disbalance. Don't look for any other area. Just look for this particular area in your house. You will have disbalances. Okay, I hope this is very clear. On the right side, you can see Aryama. So east direction. What is east direction? East direction governs the communication, right? So this particular deity or the energy field, it deals with communication. So the energy field here in your house in this particular direction governs the communication, the connection with other people. So if anything is affected here, if any disbalances is present over here, what will happen? You will have no connection, or you will be in isolation, or if you have connection, that will be of no use. Okay. Then we have Vivishvan, right? What is this? This is the south direction. Talks about relaxation, fame. You can see here. So if anything is affected over in this place, you get defamed. You are not relaxed. Okay. You have issues with money. You will have many problems. Similarly, Mitra. This particular energy field talks about manifestation, the gains, the stability in your life. So if there is any disbalance in this particular, and I'll talk about the disbalances. What is disbalance and what do we mean by that? But right now understand that if there is any disbalance, you don't get manifestation. Means whatever you want, your wishes do not get fulfilled. Okay, that much important it is. So these devatas I will talk about in some other course, because it is much deeper and it needs more insights. But for your understanding, I explained this. Okay. Now the next thing which you need to understand is the elements. So entire Vastu Shastra is concerned about balancing the 5 elements. Okay, it is as simple as that. Like in Ayurveda, they also talk about the balancing of the 3 doshas, right? The Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So that is basically combination of the 5 elements. So if you have, if the water level or the water balance is disturbed in your house, then you will have problems related to the water direction, the north direction. Okay. So basically the 5 elements, from water we get air, From air, fire is created. From fire, earth is created. From earth, space is created. And then again from space, you see, it's basically connected. It's a cycle of creation. So from space, we get the rain, right? So water. From the water, it gets evaporated and it forms air. And through air, when in the forest, you see there is huge air, and when the trees clash, there is fire. And when everything is burnt, it creates earth. And from that earth, again, you get the space. From space, again, we get water. So this is basically a cycle of creation. Okay. So you need to remember this. These are the 5 elements, and every direction is ruled by one or more elements. Okay. So that is the crux. Okay. So I hope you understood till now about the 5 elements. The entire goal of Vastu Shastra is to balance the 5 elements. So obviously we have 16 directions, these 16 directions, and we have 5 elements, right? So I'll just give a brief overview, like from north of northwest up to northeast, it is water. You can see from here the blue color, right? You can see the blue color. So this is governed by the water element. So if any of these slots or directions is disbalanced, so there is problem in the flow of money or flow of opportunities in your life. Water represents that. These 3 directions, east of northeast, east, and east of southeast, these are governed by the air element. You can see the green color. Okay, you can remember it like air element, trees give air, right? So in that way, from there, from southeast up to south, we have the fire element, see red in color. Okay, then from south of southwest up to southwest, these 2 slots are governed by the earth element, yellow color. And from west southwest up to northwest, it is governed by the space element. Okay, so these 5 elements govern the 16 directions. So the entire game is to balance the 5 elements. If you balance the 5 elements, the 16 directions will get balanced automatically, or vice versa. So I hope this concept is clear, and in the next video we'll talk about the significances of the various elements. Okay, and then we'll deep dive into the characteristics of each direction. So if you know the characteristics of each direction, you will better relate it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope it is clear and you like this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.